I'm Patrick from Possum Bourne Motorsport, and I just wanted to give you a little update about what's going on in our workshop for January. So first up, we've got the Nistune Pulsar here. That's our Tunis on project. He's just started to convert it to a SR20 with VVL heat. Just converted it from automatic to manual, and he's using a Link Fury. And this is not just a fun project for him to have a little bit of fun on the weekends, but also to expand his knowledge and try some extra features on the Link software. Alright, so here we've got another project in the making. This is Jesse's Skyline. That's just getting a turbo upgrade, as well as quite a few handling and braking upgrade to handle that sort of power. So we've just about finished installing a GTW3884R turbo, including a 6-boost manifold. Just upgraded all brakes all around for slotted rotors and performance pads. We've just installed quite a trick suspension in this. It's got a 10 EDFC coilovers, and you can adjust the stiffness of the suspension on the fly with a little control unit that sits in the cabin. Got a Wesley's Evo that just came in for a Link G4 plug-in upgrade, as well as a tune and a few switches for features like anti-lag and launch control and different boost levels. We've retuned the car and it's now making just over 300 kilowatt. On its previous tune, the fueling system was a limiting factor, so this time we've upgraded the injectors to 1000cc injectors, and we've also upgraded the fuel pump to a Walbro 450 pump, as well as hardwiring the fuel pump. This is an Escort Mark 1, and it's been a long-term project that we've had here. We're just working on the wiring of the car, which we're running a completely new wiring loom through it, and just been setting up the throttle cables, clutch and brake for the new setup. Now it's got a hydraulic clutch mechanism, and yeah, we're hoping to have this car starting within the next month. This is Simon's GC8. He's just brought it back for some repairs, but yeah, previously we've just built the engine for him. It's a very stock looking package. From the outside it doesn't look like much, but it does produce super responsive 230 kilowatts to the wheels, and it's a nice weekend and track car. And this time we've just been doing some upgrades and repairs to the brakes and the wheel bearings. Just a quick update on Sing's car here, the spooled STI. At the moment we're working on the engine, so it's actually not in the car as we speak. We've just been close sticking the engine, and we're going to install some liners in the engine just because of the power level that we're expecting of this engine. But we'll give you some more updates on this shortly. This here is Monty's Evo VI. He just brought it in. He's had the car for about 5 years, hasn't really done much to it performance-wise, and he decided to go with a Link G4 Plus and a tune, just slowly easing into it, and he's pretty keen to be working on it over the next couple of years and actually get more and more power out of it. As you may or may not know, we're working on a baffled sump setup for the EZ30. This started mainly because of the project we're doing for spooled STI, but there's been quite a bit of interest in baffled sump setup for these sort of engines. So we're just at the process of designing a setup that will give you a lot better track drivability and make sure that the oil is where it's supposed to be at the pickup. So next to me we've got Frank's GRB. From the outside it looks fairly stock, but it's actually a quite modified car. This time it came in for an ECU upgrade, as well as a fuel system upgrade, and then a retune. Yeah, so we've just installed a Mk1 plug-in ECU. For these sort of cars, that's one of the only options available on the market. It's a very powerful ECU with lots of motorsport features. Very powerful, very good tunability, and was able to make about 300 kilowatt on the setup. Just giving you a quick update about our Sikace project as well. We've got the engine transmission package sitting over here, so that's all dummy assembled, waiting to go back into the van. We've got a 1U seat that's gonna be turbocharged, and we've put a stronger transmission of a later model Hiace on here. We've also got a different diff to go into the back. For the time being, it's just going to be an upgrade, but the long-term plan is to have a limited slip diff in there to be able to do donuts and burnouts and all sorts of fun things. We've also just been replacing the fuel tank. So this used to be a 3-litre diesel, and we're obviously going to be running 98 going forward. Once we've got the engine sitting in here, then it's all up to fabrication and wiring. And we'll give you an update again soon. Over here we've got an upcoming project that we're pretty excited about, starting that very shortly. So just an S13 here that has a rebuild engine. One of the next things we're gonna do on this is run a complete wiring loom. At the moment it doesn't have any wiring. There's an ECU there that our customer supplied, but everything has to be wired up, and we're gonna be finishing all the fabrication work on this before this will hit the dyno as well. Over here we've got Chris's Forester. At the moment we're just building an engine for him, which we're getting very close with. So we're building a closed stack block that's going to be able to handle a lot of power. And once it's ready, that will go back into this car. We're going to see how much power it will make. And hidden in the way in the back here is Carl's GC8. This is also getting an engine build done, which started off to be a little bit more basic than it is now. Now we're actually going to be building a closed stack block, and he's going to run a GT35 turbo in it. So this is going to make some serious power once it's all finished.
Right, so we're putting together a EJ20 out of a Subaru GRB at the moment. We've stripped it apart, run a bearing. So we've had to put new crank in it. We've got a set of Eagle rods, JE 0.5 oversized pistons. We've surfaced all the deck faces. So we've also got a baffled sump in there as well. And I've just finished doing all the checks to it, and it's in the middle of the final assembly at the moment. So we've got the short block all together. So I'm just working on the heads at the moment. The heads we've poured it out, Possum Bourne Motorsport Stage 2 poured and polished. Had the valves and seats cut and head surfaced. We've also got some Calford 272 cams going in it. So yeah, just assembling heads now. Once we get the right thickness gaskets to get the compression ratio that we want, then we can put the heads on and put it all back together. This engine should make 500 horsepower with the head setup that we've got, and with the bottom end to support it. So I've just finished putting together the cylinder head. So we had it stripped apart to clean it and before machining and put new stem seals on. So we've just put it all back together now. So valves, new seals, springs, and on this machine we've just been pressing the springs down so we can put the retainers in.